This is the Franchise Basketball Insider, presented by Massengale Eye Care, Oklahoma City's leading eye care provider since 1989. Call 631-2020.
Greetings, Thunder fans. The playoffs have arrived. The Dallas Mavericks are the first-round opponent, and things get underway in the Chesapeake Energy Arena on Saturday night with an 8:30 game. Oklahoma City has the ability to practice 2 full days in preparation for Saturday's game, and we had a chance to catch up with several after today's practice here at the Integris Development Center. Kevin Durant, Nick Collison, Steven Adams talked with us, as well as head coach Billy Donovan, who says the recent turnover problem Oklahoma City has suffered is fixable.
More than anything, I think it puts an enormous amount of pressure on our defense. I've said this before. I think when we've been in the half court defensively, we've done a really, really good job this year. Challenge comes turning the ball over. It's really, really hard to balance the floor. So I think it's fixable. I think it's something we can do a better job. I think spacing is helpful in that area. Guys knowing where outlets are, certainly making good choices and good decisions with the ball, not being careless, those kind of things. But I think it's something we can improve on.
The other night you said that yesterday would be a chance to assess from September until now the way that your team played. Any takeaways just over the 82 games as a whole?
Yeah, I think what happens sometimes is, you have a tendency that when the regular season comes to an end and everybody wants to talk about a new season beginning, I think for me as a coach, it's a never-ending, ongoing process of improvement. Even though the regular season's come to an end, that doesn't mean that we can't get better. It doesn't mean we can't improve upon things. It doesn't mean 82 games is over with, this is who we are. Now, how much improvements can we make? Obviously it remains to be seen, but I think to what we talked about, turnovers and different things I think we have control over, I think we can get better at. So this is just a continuation now of what we're trying to do, and what you want to really be able to do right now is play better than you did the day before and play better the next day, and that's what you're trying to do.
I just remember this time last year, everybody was going home and I was by myself in here with a cast on. That's all I can remember. And to fast forward a year and to be in this position, be in this position to win the championship, is no greater feeling. So it's been a long year. I'm excited we're here again, and we look forward to playing.
You got obviously a lot of things to fuel you, but is that one thinking about last year and everything that happened?
I'm always fueled. I wouldn't say that was the reason, but just being grateful that I get to play at the highest stage of basketball in the playoffs. Against the best players in the world and the best league in the world. When you look at it like that, I'm just blessed to be in this position.
Kevin, you talk about everything that's changed in a year, and one of them is your head coach. Can you just kind of give me your thoughts on what's changed most with Billy at the helm for you guys as you head into these playoffs?
I can't keep saying it enough. Scotty did a great job with us. It's nothing against him. Just different plays, different schemes, different terms, and what we want to do on both ends of the floor. But personnel has changed more. I think. I didn't play with Ennis. I didn't play with this group last year. So I think that was the biggest change. But more so than anything, NBA coaches, they have their different terms and schemes and how we want to play. And Billy changes some things up for us.
When you look at the offensive numbers, there's definitely some striking upticks, just in efficiencies and where you guys are getting shots.
Yeah.
Do you sense just how much smoother the offense has been overall this year?
Well, in Coach Brooks' defense, he didn't have me, Russ, and Ennis, and Serge and Dion and Amo all on the court at the same time. So obviously, when you got more scorers out there, the numbers are going to be up. So that just shows that we got multiple guys that can go out there and put numbers on the board, and we've been doing it at a high level this year.
The intensity was high, mate. It felt like training camp, to be honest with you. It's good stuff. Got a lot done today.
Steven, the other night you said playoffs is a different style of basketball, grown man basketball. What did you mean by that?
It's a lot more intense. The game is as defined as it is already and detailed. It gets to a whole nother level. You just know every single thing about the opponent, and so that's why the intensity and I guess every possession counts. And just amazing, man.
You guys went 4-0 but had a couple close games. What were your initial thoughts when you saw that it was going to be Dallas?
Just doesn't matter. We just have to focus on us and make sure that we execute our game plan and come up with a lot of energy and get ready for a battle, because they're a smart team and they got aggressive aggressive players and strong players, so we got to be ready for that, and it's playoffs as well.
Do you expect to guard Dirk much in this series?
I'm not sure, man. Just got to wait and see how the first game goes, really, and just kind of adjust as we go along. Knowing Dallas, they'll throw a bunch of stuff. So yeah, I might be.
If you do guard Dirk, what do you remember about your matchups in the past, potentially switching on him and stuff like that?
Oh, he just kept shooting in my face. Couldn't do nothing. That's my last recall. That was with my rookie season. Yeah, that sucked, bro. So yeah, hopefully I've developed enough to kind of make him miss a couple shots.
Well, they're a really smart team. That's the first thing, and they execute well. So mentally, we're going to have to be really sharp, and they're really well coached. They got smart players, tough players, and it'll be a tough matchup.
You had maybe one of your best games of the year, having to be a late start against them down in Dallas. It seems like your front court in general has done well against them. Any idea why you guys have been able to have success against them this year?
I think we've played well against them. We have a lot of respect for them, so we've been locked in when we come into play against them. I think if you're a frontline player, you got to match up with Dirk, so usually pretty sharp going into that game, and it'll be the same way in the playoffs.
Nick, the last time y'all played them in the playoffs was 2012, and y'all swept in the first round and were out to the finals. What did that series do for y'all that year?
It was a tough series. If I remember correctly, the first two we could have lost. They came down to the wire, and I think with them, always, like I said earlier, they're always a really smart team. They don't beat themselves. They come up with different things throughout a series to adjust, and they're well coached. So I think it's very important that we come in ready to play every single night and be sharp mentally and be ready for what they throw at us.
Nick, does this playoff run, the start of it, does it feel different than any of the others you've made over the last 6 years?
Not really. I think that we're excited to be back after a year away from it. I think as the team matures, gets older, and has more experience, there's always part of us looking forward to this time of the year now that we've been into it. But I think we had a good regular season, played better at times than others, but I think we're ready to go and ready to try to make a run.
All right, that'll do it for this report. We'll have more tomorrow after the Thunder get their Friday practice in, and then, of course, game time Saturday night at 8:30. We get things started at Flint Restaurant inside the Colcourt Hotel at 7:30 on Saturday night with Countdown to Tip-Off featuring John Rohde, Desmond Mason, and yours truly. Thanks for watching this edition of the Franchise Basketball Insider. I'm David Garrett for Oklahoma's New Sound for Sports, 107.7 The Franchise in Oklahoma City, 107.9 The Franchise in Tulsa.